I have amazing news. I have amazing news.
Did the government approve my plan to make Sub-Noodle version a main series Pokemon game?
What? No. What?
This is bullshit.
I have amazing news. The Newcastle Nidokings are back! What's going on, everyone? My name's Patterrz, and welcome to the draft analysis for the Newcastle Nidokings in WBE Season 3. That's right, the Newcastle Nidokings have returned. It has been a while since we have done any draft league nonsense, any competitive Pokemon on the channel, because I'm generally not very good at it. But we are back for WBE Season 3, and I'm excited to share with you our draft for the season. So, first off, if you're excited for that, make sure to subscribe so you keep up to date with the WBE content. If you don't know what the WBE is, let me give a quick roundup. It is a competitive draft league, Pokemon league tournament in which we have 28, that's right, 20 freaking 8 coaches here, and we all picked our teams in order. And now we have a set team in order to battle each other with. So I have my Newcastle Nidokings team that I have drafted, and everyone else has their own team that I will have to prepare and battle against. Now, there is 11 weeks, I believe, in the main season. I could be wrong on that. There's around about that many weeks in the main season. So I won't be battling everyone. We'll each have our own divisions, our own conferences. But you'll see the battles when they go up. It's going to be very exciting. And if you are excited to represent the Newcastle Nidokings in WBE Season 3, please do leave the hashtag Newcastle Nidokings in the comment section below to show your support. Now, I'm gonna go over my draft right now. Let's go ahead. I'll move over a bit so we can have the space here to show the slides. And let's dive right on into it. Okay, so first pick. What we did is we did like a snake order draft. So we had a start, we had a 28th pick, and then it would go from the 28th to the start again. So go bang, 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 and then it would go bang, 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 bang. Now, this is crazy because out of the 28 people, I was the first pick. I was the first pick. And I actually want you to, before I tell you what the first pick was, I want you to guess what the first pick was. What was my first pick? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't cheat. Just take a wild guess as to what the first pick was that I chose. Ready? Did you do it? Drum roll, please. My first pick and the first pick of the entire draft for WBE Season 3 was, in fact, Tapu Koko! And I knew I had to pick him up if I wanted to use him, and I've wanted to use Tapu Koko in draft for so long. I'm sure a lot of people guessed Mega Venusaur, right? A lot of people probably guessed Mega Venusaur, but it was Tapu Koko. I had to go with him because last season, I really wanted to give him a go, and I just didn't have the opportunity to do so, and I was really sad because I believe Duncan picked him up. But this season, I was able to get Tapu Koko. Now, I'm sure if you know anything about Pokemon, you know that Tapu Koko is an incredible Pokemon. It is absolutely fantastic, and we're about to go over why right now. So Tapu Koko, let's have a look at its stats. First, incredibly fast, really good attack, decent special attack, pretty all-right defenses, but the main reason you want to use Tapu Koko is for that incredible speed, that good typing. It has U-turn and Volt Switch, so that's amazing. It is a fantastic Z-move user, and I do want to say right now, the Z-move rules are anything goes, essentially, with the exception of some Z-moves are banned. I believe Omni Boosting is banned, etc., etc. Like Komodo's Z-move is banned. But in terms of what Pokemon can use Z-moves, any Pokemon can use Z-moves, and they can use any move that they want. We are not restricted to a crystal, and we are not restricted to a certain Pokemon. So it's pretty much as free as it comes, and Tapu Koko is an amazing Z-move user because it's so fast, it hits incredibly hard, and it has access to my favorite Z-move of all time, which is Z-Mirror Move, which gives you +2 into attack, and it also copies the move that was used last and turns it into a Z-move. So if someone knocks out my Pokemon with a Fire Blast, I come in, use Z-Mirror Move, I fire off a big Inferno Overdrive, and then get +2 into attack. Oh my god, that's incredible. But Tapu Koko, my man, Macho Man, Randy Savage was my first pick. I was super duper happy that I was able to pick it up. And after that, I didn't pick again for like, what, 55 picks? because it went all the way to the bottom, and then it went from the bottom all the way back up. So I had the wheel pick. So essentially, I had pick number 1. I had to wait for 50 picks to go through, and then I had 2 more because I'd have the one coming back up, and then I'd have another pick going back down. So, what did I choose next? As I wouldn't be able to choose again for a very long time. I went for Snorlax. Now, Snorlax is actually a tier 3 mon in this draft, and we all know how good of a Pokemon Snorlax is, how versatile it is, how bulky it is. We already had the speed from Tapu Koko, so I was thinking, hey, let me get something really nice. Now, Snorlax is another Pokemon that I've always wanted to use because it's my favorite normal type. It hits very hard. It has 110 base attack, which don't sleep on that. That's really good. You can boost it up with Curse. You can boost it up with Belly Drum. You can sit here and take hits for days. You can rest recover. You can recycle your berries. It's got Gluttony. It has Thick Fat. It has Immunity. It has so many good abilities. Like, that's absolutely incredible. So I went with Snorlax. It has a very good moveset. It's so good, man. I love it. So Snorlax was my second pick. I'm not gonna go like super in depth with all of my reasonings and stuff. I'm not gonna be a super competitive person. I'm gonna tell you what I picked and why I like it, essentially. So my next pick, which was at the same time as Snorlax, was actually Mega Gyarados. Again, another Pokemon that I've wanted to use for the longest time that I'm finally able to use now. Mega Gyarados is absolutely insane. Now, the Mega Evolution rules in this league are as follows. If you stay in, you must Mega Evolve. If you switch out, obviously you can't Mega Evolve, but you must Mega Evolve first turn. So sadly, that does nerf Gyarados a bit because usually Gyarados is really cool because you can play mind games. Is he gonna Mega? Is he not gonna Mega? Which is really cool, but it's fine. I still think Mega Gyarados is a fantastic Pokemon to have regardless because before it Mega Evolves, when I come in for the first turn, I do still have that flying typing so I can switch in on ground type moves, for example, get a nice Intimidate off, and then I'll Mega Evolve afterwards. Mega Gyarados has incredible stats, 155 attack and Mold Breaker, so it can Earthquake things like Levitating Mons, and an incredibly diverse moveset with access to Dragon Dance, of course, so you can get that nice setup sweep going. And if you've seen my Draft League in the past, if you've seen my Draft League series in the past, you know that I'm a big fan of Dragon Dance. I love it, and I'm really happy that we were able to get Mega Gyarados. Now, after that, like I mentioned, it goes all the way back down and all the way back up. So another 50 picks, 50 plus picks that I had to just sit through and wait until someone, because it was a long draft. It was a long draft, but my next pickup was actually my tier 4 mon, which is Escavalier. So I went with another slow mon. I got a good steel type, which complements the Tapu Koko very well. I got a nice little bug type, a very hard-hitting bug type, so we can fire off those big mega horns, which is always really nice to have. I unfortunately did pick up a quad weakness, which I'm not a huge fan of quad weaknesses, but Escavalier is an absolutely fantastic Pokemon regardless. It's generally run like, Assault Vest, maybe like Choice Banded, something like that, but there's a lot of ways that you can run it. It has a nice diverse moveset. Once again, count how many times I say diverse in this video. I dare you. But also, Escavalier looks really cool. He's a knight in shining armor, and Pokemon Sword and Shield are coming out. I was like, hey, I gotta get Sir Lancelot to represent my boy Zacian. So we got Escavalier as our next pick, and that's in tier 4. So I thought that was a really nice early snag to get from the lower tiers, because I knew in this draft, a lot of the really good lower tier mons would be snapped up really quickly. So I wanted to get one of those really nicely and quickly and make sure that I had something good from the lower tiers that I had access to. And then next up, at the same time as snagging the Escavalier, I also got Terrakion, which is not a low tier mon by any means, but it is an absolutely incredible one that gives us a nice fighting type and a rock type. It gives us something that is resistant to dog typing, which we don't have a weakness to dog typing at all. Looking at my team, we have 3 resistances and no weaknesses so far, so we're sitting pretty on that right now. It does give us a very nice rock type, a very powerful rock type, an amazing Z-move user, something that can set up, something that's incredibly quick to counteract a lot of the slower mons that I've been picking up. And it was a really good pick in my opinion. And again, a Pokemon that I really like and I wanted to use. It has a very good attack stat, 129 attack. It has 108 speed, so it has a very nice speed tier. It has access to a lot of moves, amazing Z moves. setup. I already said this. I'm repeating myself. If I'm repeating myself, it's usually a sign that I should move on to my next pick, which was Hippowdon. Now, Hippowdon generally isn't seen as a super good Pokemon, but if you look at its stats pretty quickly, 108 health, 112 attack, 118 defense. This thing is incredibly bulky. It has access to Slack Off. You can give it leftovers, so that nice passive recovery. It can set up the sand if you want it to kind of support Terrakion, give that Terrakion a special defense boost if I really wanted to. It can set up the rocks. It's a rock setter, which is really nice. And it hits really hard with that Stab Earthquake, which you always want a good ground type in Draft League. You always want a good ground type, and I picked up one that did not have a quad weakness, which is also very important to me. So, Hippowdon, you may scoff. Do not, though. Do not scoff. Because Hippowdon is a very good hippo. And I'll prove why he is a good hippo, but we will see. So again, like I said, it goes back down and back up. So another 50 picks passed, unfortunately. But the next thing that I picked up was our fire type, which is Typhlosion. I know there's a lot of you guys in the comments that like Typhlosion. So I saw that my team was kind of slow, wanted to pick up something that had a little bit of speed in it. Now base 100, it generally isn't amazing speed, but it's decent enough as it comes. It has 109 base special attack, but the real draw to Typhlosion was I needed a good fire type, and I need something that can hit hard. And a Specs or a Scarf Eruption from a Typhlosion is always going to be hitting hard. As a pretty diverse moveset, it has access to like Focus Blast, which is always nice. But Typhlosion was basically like, I really need a fire type, and I don't know where else I can get a fire type from, so let me pick up Typhlosion. And that's why I got that. And at the same time as Typhlosion, we also picked up Venomoth, because you can't be 6-0'd by Venomoth if it's on your team. That's right, Envy. Don't think I forgot that. Last season in the semifinals, was it the semifinals? Or the quarterfinals, in the playoffs of the WBE Season 2, I got 6-0'd by Venomoth. And that ended my season, though I picked it up myself. And honestly, Venomoth is such a good Pokemon. It has access to Tinted Lens, so it buffs up moves that aren't very effective. It has access to Quiver Dance, Roost, and Refresh, which is what 6-0'd me in the past. Its stats are not incredible. Like, let's not sit here and beat around the bush. Its stats are not incredible, but the moveset that it has access to, really good. And Bug Poison is not a typing to laugh at either. It is not very bad at all, but the really good thing about this is that Quiver Dance. That setup is so powerful. If you don't do something about that setup, the Tinted Lens plus the special attack buffs is going to be destroying you. You only need like one attacking move because of the Tinted Lens. So essentially Bug Buzz becomes neutral on almost every single thing in the game. How crazy is that? But it can also do other things. I'm sure we'll find out what other things it can do in the season, but Venomoth wasn't our next pickup. And then we had the down, the up again, the next 50 picks. Oh my god, there were so many Pokemon that were gone that I wanted to get. I had been sniped at least 70,000 times by now. I was sitting here like, oh man, I've been here, it's gonna get nothing, I guess. But our last two picks, the first one was Drifblim. Now you might be thinking, Drifblim, what are you doing with the Drifblim? Doesn't make any sense. But listen to me. Listen closely, everyone. So Drifblim is actually a pretty good Pokemon as far as it comes. I just want to say it does have 150 base HP, which is like ridiculous. And then it also has 80 speed, which is not the slowest thing in the world, but it's not great. It does have 90 special attack, which is all right, and it also has 80 attack. So it can be used as a physical attacker or a special attacker. It does have Aftermath, which is like, all right, I guess. I don't know when I'd ever use Aftermath, when you have access to Unburden. When this thing uses its item, it doubles its speed. And if you set up some really fire sets, this could pull off some sweeps. And I believe this thing can pull off some sweeps. But we also needed something that was immune to ground, so a good flying type. And we also had access to like a good ghost type. So it has 3 immunities, and 3 immunities is always really, really, really nice to have, especially with the Pokemon like Drifblim that just has infinite HP. That's absolutely fantastic. But Drifblim, we just kind of have a nice pickup to kind of like fill in some of the spots of the team, but could also be like a sleeper. It could come out of nowhere, slap you around the face a little bit. You know, it just comes out of nowhere, bang, boom, and then bam, you got yourself a 6-0 by Drifblim. Who got 6-0 by Drifblim? Who gets 6-0 by Venomoth? I do. But the last pick of my draft was Swoobat. I did want to get another flying type because I did want another ground type immunity, but listen here. This is where it all comes together. Now, Swoobat has access to Unaware. No, sorry, Simple. That's the one I was thinking about, where all stat changes are doubled. I just knocked my glasses. Good job, Daniel. It also has access to Calm Mind. So 1 Calm Mind equals to +2 special attack and +2 special defense. So you come in, and here's where the beautiful things happen. For example, if I gave my Swoobat an Electric Seed, which when popped in the Electric Surge, gives it +2 defense, making it decently bulky. If I can set up some Calm Minds, all of a sudden, I've got +2 defense, +4 special attack, +4 special defense, incredible speed, and stored power. How do you come back from that? But Swoobat is the last pick, which I honestly thought fit really, really, really well on the team, considering we do have that amazing Tapu Koko to back it up there. But that was the last pick, and I'm very excited to get to using it. So that is the draft for the Newcastle Nidokings in WBE Season 3. Our first match will be going up on Saturday, I believe the 15th. So get excited for that. I hope you are. You'll have to wait and see who it's against. It's a very heated battle that I'm very much looking forward to. Please do show your support with the hashtag Newcastle Nidokings in the comments and leave a like if you are supporting the team. I am excited to get into the season. Win or lose, we're going to have a good time. And I hope that you will stick around and watch the matches with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much to our Twitch subs and YouTube members of the day. Remember, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, that both gives you access to the sub Discord, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys.